1,000 years, 1,000 years. I've liked you for 1,000 years, 1,000 years.
Barks, the one with bite. What do you mean Barks has bite?
Tuesday.
Often plumtree sort of gets associated with innocence, cuteness, this sort of thing. But how innocent are you?
I think a lot of it is just that, you see a lot of, rock bands up there, and like there's always, like, no matter what, even if you try not to, you're always going to have an image, on stage, or, and, even the artwork on your CDs and stuff. And I think just because, we're up there and we're having a good time and we're not like, we don't have this big look, or we don't have, it's like we're pretty smiley, happy on stage.
I've liked you for 1,000 years, 1,000 years. I've liked you for 1,000 years, 1,000 years.
Do you believe, like, in this idea of innocence, though? Or when is the moment that one loses innocence?
I cut my hair last year. I used to have really long hair in a ponytail. Now I don't.
And so that was like a loss of innocence that you cut your hair?
Oh, it was on tour, too, in the band.
YTV Achievement Awards. I'd never had a drink before, and I had a drink.
You're sounding pretty darn innocent to me. We were at the YTV Awards, and I got my hair cut, and that's when I lost my innocence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you get a lot of guy groupies and stuff, or groupies in general?
Well, I mean,
do you ever like take advantage of your role on stage to like get a little action off stage?
Oh no, none of that, none of that.
I could tell a funny story, but I was talking to my doctor, and anyways, the doctor had to ask me if I was on birth control, and I said I wasn't, and he would just ask me about, whether or not it'd be a good thing. And then he said, "You're going to be on tour." He's like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I said, "Oh, I play in a band. I'm going to be, traveling across Canada." He said, "You play in a band?" He said, "So you're going to be on stage? I mean, people will be idolizing you." What can I do? He was idolizing me, So I'm not that kind of person like that. Anyways.
So, did you walk away with birth control?
No. Although people, I don't know.
This is getting a little personal.
Very much so. Yeah.
It's like a pajama party here in the downstairs of the department store. We're talking about the innocence and stuff, and how that's not really, it's not really a reality there. Like, it seems like a superficial aspect of your music.
Oh, yeah.
It's just something other people would think of. It's not something we would try for
or even consider that that's what we are.
Yeah, yeah. We wouldn't have thought of that. Same with the whole cute thing. We just started a band. We didn't think about what we looked like playing on stage, or what our music sounded like, or we just sort of played, and then all these things that come up, these issues, we never wanted to deal with, like being cute, or can girls rock? Makes you think about other girls and bands or things who you've seen, and I'll think of a bunch of people, and it's like, oh, they're all kind of timid on stage, but I don't want to be, Lita Ford. I don't want to be, it's like, where do we go? So, but I think we've sort of come up, I don't know if we've ever really come up with concrete answers, but I think we've figured out something, because even just the few shows we've played on this tour, I feel like they're so much stronger, and I feel like we totally rock.
I can try to come up with a way to help you cheer up, but there's not much I can do.
Do you ever think about, like, your mortality as a band?
I think it'll just get to a point where, like, there'll be, all of a sudden other priorities will become more like priorities. Like, right now, I mean, we're all young and we're all, like,
You're not on birth control.
This is not really,
She's going to talk about that again.
Please edit that out.
You brought it up.
Well,
it's your story.
Well, but that wasn't the point. No, I don't think...
You're blushing.
We're not worried about... I think more it's, whether we'd be in school or getting degrees. Having families and having kids is down the road. Yeah. Quite a bit.
cartoons with violin.